हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आई एम सतीश पंडित एंड वेलकम टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल साइंस के साथ। लास्ट वीडियो वी हैव डिस्कस्ड द साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी सिलेबस, so you can go through it for syllabus. In this video you will learn the first chapter of science and technology part 1, that is gravitation. So what is meant by gravitation and how like this? So let's explore this term of gravitation by experimentally. We are making some assumptions and imagination to understand very well how we are standing on the earth, why we are stable and do any activities like as swimming, jumping, eating, sweeping, sleeping and many activities. So how this can be done? So why earth and other planets revolve around the sun without disturbing each other or without changing their path or without collapsing collision with each other? Why this happen? And why our moon and artificial satellite revolve around the earth only constantly at their fixed path? So what is idea behind this? And this is known as gravitation. So friends, do you know the Newton's story? यस सर, हमें तो पता है। फ्रेंड्स, फिर से एक बार सुनेंगे न्यूटन स्टोरी। एक दिन न्यूटन्स, जो कि बड़े साइंटिस्ट थे, एप्पल के पेड़ के नीचे बैठे थे। अचानक एक एप्पल उनके सर पर गिरा। उन्होंने वो पेड़ हाथ में लिया और सोचने लगे कि यार ऊपर से ये नीचे क्यों गिरा, ऊपर क्यों नहीं गया, लेफ्ट क्यों नहीं गया, साइड में क्यों नहीं गया। सोचते सोचते उन्होंने एक्सपेरिमेंट किए, बहुत सारे अजम्पशंस दिए और उन्होंने एक बड़ी सोच रखी जो आज पूरी दुनिया ने एक्सेप्ट की है। वो है लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन, फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन, द बिगेस्ट पावर इन द वर्ल्ड और यूनिवर्स। सो from this story we get some idea about gravitation. It's a pulling force towards center of gravity of any planet or any material or any body. Each body consists of center of gravity. Friends, before stating the law of gravitation, we will go rapidly through some basic concepts and basic other laws, other concepts. First is force and motion. So what is meant by motion? The change in position or change in movement or takes place of body, any action of body and any process is called as a motion. And the force, for the motion we need a push or a pull or any other foreign material or foreign pressure, any, that is called as a force. A force as anything that causes object to undergo motion, or this is also known as unnatural motion. So this is responsible by force. So the motion of top is quick understand, and push or pull is the example of force. Now another term is circular motion and centripetal force. What is meant by circular motion? This is a circular motion. Look at this. So we saw motion of ceiling fan and the motion of swing, that is circular motions, and motion of earth around sun, other planet also, and motion of wheels of vehicles are the more examples of circular motion. Now next is definition of circular motion. Circular motion is a movement of an object along a circumference of circle or circular path, or rotation along a circular path. This is called as circular motion. Definition of centripetal force: the force which is necessary for circular motion and acts along a radius of circular path or circle and towards center of circle. This is called as a centripetal force. So next, look at this diagram. This is a circular path of radius r and centripetal force shown by red color ray diagram. So this is toward the center of path and acting along the radius of circle. So now move ahead. Kepler's law. Kepler is the one of the scientists which gives us planetary motions had been observed by astronomers since ancient times. Before Kepler, before Galileo, many scientists were there from the ancient time, like as a Greece scientist. Before Galileo, all observations of planets positions were made by human naked eye. दोस्तों आपको पता है गैलीलियो is inventor of telescope. By the 16th century, a lot of data were available about planetary positions and motions due to the inventions of telescope by the Galileo. Now, Kepler studied this data of planetary motions from the ancient data and 16th century data. He noticed that the motion of planets follow the certain laws and certain fixed paths. So he stated 3 laws describing planetary motions. So we need to describe and learn this before start the universal laws of Newton's gravitation. So first law of Kepler. What is meant by first law? The orbit of planet is an ellipse with the sun at one of the foci. So this is a elliptical path. See here student, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is a rounder path. This is known as elliptical orbit. And sun at the middle position, not only middle, this is called as a foci. Like as a center of a circle, the ellipse has a center. This is called as a foci. Ellipse like as a egg. So S is a foci and this is a elliptical orbit. So this is the first law of Kepler. Now second law. What is second law stated? The line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal areas in equal interval of time. Here consider AB and CD are distances covered by planet in equal time. That is, after equal intervals of time, the position of planet starting from A and C are shown by B and D, where A is initial and B is ending, C is initial and D is ending. So the area ASB and the area CSD are equal because they are covered in equal intervals of time. So this is the second Kepler's law. Now Kepler's third law statement: the square of its period of revolution around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of the mean distance of a planet from the sun. See again before this diagram. Thus, if r is the average distance of planet from the sun, average distance, we are considering average distance, it may be changed from time to time, and t is a periodic time. What is meant by periodic time? The period we can say the period is the time required for complete one revolution around the sun for planet. So t square is directly proportional to r cube. That is, t square upon r cube is equals to some constant, that is say k. So this is the third law of Kepler's. Now all the observations, considerations including Kepler's laws also, Newton formulate his theory of universal gravity and state his law. So that is known as Newton's universal law of gravitation. So this is a very simple law. According to this theory, every object in the universe attracts every other object with a definite force, and the magnitude of this force is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the two objects and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between that bodies. So this is a statement. Mathematically also we can show it. Consider mass of body m1 and mass of body m2 are the two massive forces, and m1 body exerts force F towards m2, and m2 also exert force F towards body m1, and they are separated by the distance d. And by our before law, gravitation law, we can write here F is directly proportional to m1 m2 are the product of masses of bodies, and d square is inverse to the force. So we can write here F is directly proportional to m1 m2 divided by d square. Now for the proportionality constant, we take here G, it's a constant, and G is also known as universal gravitational constant, or also we can say that Newton's constant or gravitational constant. So why this is called as a universal constant? Because it applies throughout the universe. So from the last equation we can calculate G. Look at this. We have the unit of force is Newton, unit of mass is kilogram, and distance d is in meter. So look at this, student. G equals to F d square upon m1 m2. G equals to, again write this units. F unit is n, unit of d square is m and m, meter, so square of this meter square, and divide by kg into kg square. So we get Newton meter square upon kilogram square. The value of G was first experimentally measured by Henry Cavendish. In SI units, its value is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram squared. So this is the value of G. Now another one small term is there, center of mass. The center of mass of an object is the point inside or outside the object at which the total mass of the body, total mass of object can be assumed or to be concentrated. So this is an example. The center of mass of a spherical object having uniform density means all body mass as distributed over the surface of body is at its geometrical center. The center of mass of any object having uniform density is at its center. Means, for example, we have considered here is a sweep, so center of mass is at its handle, and here consider this is a duck, so its CM, center of mass, is at a stomach. Now another question you may have, what is the center of mass of a person? So this is example of center of mass of person. When hands up, then center of mass shift above, and when hands down, then center of mass is below it. Now at the sleeping position, our center of mass is at the middle position, that is at the stomach. And friends, are you enjoying this lecture? Yes, okay, move ahead. Let us discuss small concept, that is the magnitude of centripetal force, before going ahead. We have discussed it. Force required for the circular motion. If m is the mass of object, v is its speed, and r is the radius of circle, then it can be shown that this force is equal to Fc equals to mv square upon r. Fc is a centripetal force. So this is small concept. Remember this. Before going ahead, see this example. Example number 1. Mahendra and Virat are sitting at a distance of 5 meters from each other. Their masses are 70 kg and 75 kg respectively. What is the gravitational force between them? We have given G is equals to 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Now how to solve this? Write down given things. D is equals to 5 meter, M1 is given 70 kg, M2 75 kg, and G is equals to 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Now to find F, that is gravitational force. So solution, write down solution. According to Newton's gravitational law, we have F is equals to G into M1 into M2 upon D square. Now put the above all values in this equation. So we get F is equals to 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 8 Newton. Write down unit of gravitational force. This is F. So we get the gravitational force between them, Mahendra and Virat, is 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 8 Newton. So friends, today we will stop here. In the next lecture we will learn remaining part of this chapter. So subscribe now to our channel and learn. Like this video and share to your friends, your relatives, to subscribe them and learn their continuous study. So thanks for watching. Be consistent and study well. Goodbye friends.